Fishing with Johnny Johnson has been brought to you by Hatch Toyota, generations moving forward.
Hey folks, today we're back at Bartlett Lake with a good friend of mine, Gary Senft from Bass Pro Shops there in Mesa. And I'll tell you what, we're gonna have some fun today. Got to pull out a brand new bait that's gonna hit the market here real soon. You'll be looking for it. It's called the Robo Westy. Gary gets us on them here at Bartlett Lake. Stay tuned. Yeah, because I have yet to catch a fish on.
There's one.
What, you got one?
Oh yeah, look what's biting.
Oh, come on in here, Moby.
Come on, baby. Oh yeah, look at there, there it is. Well, I switched baits.
Yeah, you went to that
between
shaky head.
And I went to the shaky head because
right.
just to show your viewers.
That's it.
You know, just something different. Now, this is a good wintertime bait. You know, and this bait here is at one of those spots. You ever use those with the the flat side like that, flat head? So
that way it sits straight up.
So that just goes like that, you know. And it's something about a worm that can do that. Just sit straight up, and them fish like that, you know. They just like it.
Well, if you've ever been a darter head type fisherman, we used to throw those power worms on a darter head, 4-inch power worm.
Yep.
Excuse me, but this kind of took the place of that, kind of what I call a fancy darter head, you know, where it actually makes the worm sit straight up instead of laying. You know, but I'm going to try me a new bait.
All right. What are you trying?
See, I'm going to try that new
the
Robo Westy.
Oh, yeah. That's that new one that Jim Brown has.
That's it.
And he bought out Westy worm?
Yep.
Oh.
We're going to try that today.
I had some of those at night tournaments. Got some from them, and I used them in the night tournament up at Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Now, they worked good, you know. And you have the one, they're weedless, so you'll have to show the...
Yeah, definitely.
The people that is a neat thing. That
hopefully we can get bit on them.
Yeah.
I know they work.
And he's got all the really good colors too. He's got the oxblood. He's got the morning dawn. Have you seen that one? He's got the morning dawn. He's got the red crawler.
Great for Lake Pleasant. And the one thing that impresses me about this bait is you can throw it in the trees. The old Westy worm, you can't throw in the trees because you get caught up.
Well, it has the hooks are, you know, out in the open.
Yeah. So, the old Westy had 2 hooks in it, but the hooks were exposed. And this way you can Texas rig it. It's the way that Jim's got this rigged up. And it's actually a real Robo worm. A fat Robo worm is what that is. This is the oxblood red flake. That's the one I like to throw when I'm drop shotting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's your famous go-to bait.
That's my go-to, baby.
You know, for your viewers, we were just talking off the camera, but let's talk about a little bit about when you go up the Bartlett or Roosevelt or wherever, how important it is to find the bait.
Very important.
You could just run your boat, electronics, and go into a cove and run around and just find the bait and then start fishing, because there's very few fish, resident fish, that stay in a cove where there's no bait.
Exactly.
So you don't need a really, really good high-dollar graph like we got. You really don't. The average fisherman, and whether he's on a kayak or whatever, once you find the shad, that's where you want to start fishing.
Exactly.
So they can just run from cove to cove. And I told you, that first cove we were in, I said, man, the bait's gone from here. There's no bait. And I said, well, we'll try up here. You know, we'll come up here, and sure enough, there's a lot of bait and a lot of fish here in there. So.
Yes, there is. Yeah, a lot of bait up in here. And you know, one thing about it too, if you don't have a high-dollar graph, I haven't seen them on this particular lake today, but on lakes like, you know, Lake Pleasant or Roosevelt or Apache, find those grebes. And if you find those grebes, and those are those birds that actually dive down into the water for the shad, they'll help you find the shad. I mean, they have to feed on them, so they're in the area where the shad are. So if you're fishing around those birds, you're usually catching fish. It's a good fish finder.
Yeah, it is. You don't even need a fish finder, do you?
That's the old-fashioned way of trying to find them quick, you know.
Hey, Johnny, this is the one I want.
All right, pitch up to it real easy.
Okay. I got one.
Oh my goodness, it's a good one.
When you're fishing for a truck, stop by Hatch Toyota in Show Low, where you can catch a keeper. Rated by J.D. Power and Associates, the most dependable large pickup 6 years in a row, the Toyota Tundra.
Thanks, Johnny.
I just got bit.
No.
Got him.
You got him.
I got him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's in a tree on me.
Oh no.
Oh no, come on. Get out of
Did
there.
he come out?
Yeah, I think I got him.
Oh, there he is. You got him.
Little Robo Westy fish.
Oh boy. One of
That's
the
what
new
I'm talking about,
resties.
son.
Woo.
Oh, yeah, he's not a bad fish
No,
either,
I know.
folks.
Look
Look
at
at this. Yeah, I just tied
a
that
nice
thing
one.
on.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Look at that. That Robo Westy. Yeah.
Look at the color of that fish
Look
too.
At that.
Look
You
at
can
that.
tell he's shallow, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
He's
And I
been-
caught him on the front hook.
Well, he ate it. Oh, it worked.
There you go.
Jim Brown's Westy
Yep,
worm.
That's dedicated to JB Design right there, baby. Look at there. Huh? Just tied it on. You know, when you're on these flats, it is so hard to beat this kind of rig right here. It's just such fun. When I saw that Gary brought out that shaky head, I'm like, man, I have got to try that Robo Westy in here. I think it would work great. It's my favorite color worm. You know, hook it right back up. Try to make it look real again here. But the fact that it's weedless is awesome because you get to throw a great looking worm in an area that you're bringing through all the brush, and I could just feel it ticking through all that brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel this too. I have this really rigged weedless so that we're not getting stuck as
He hit it
much,
good,
you know?
got me in the brush, and but the thing is I caught him. You know, I mean, I was able to bring this through a lot of that brush. You know, I'm using an actual 10-pound test, 12-pound test line, fluorocarbon, and I'm throwing that Johnny Morris Carbon Light 7-foot, you know, medium action fast tip rod, and I'll tell you what, of course, one of my favorite reels is the Stratic, the Shimano Stratic. I use a lot of that, but great setup right here.
Oh, I gotta show. I'm gonna start using something else here and show you.
Show that off.
I
are
gotta
you?
show this. Your viewers, they have not seen this yet. Only the guys that come to the bass fishing seminars have seen this new rig
I don't
on
think
a
I've
drop
seen
shot.
it. I haven't had a chance
I don't
to.
think you've even seen it. I know
No.
you've heard about it, and I've only told all the guys at the.
I think Matt was telling me about it. Matt
Yeah.
Shura, you know?
Watch this. This is really neat, and I've kind of kept it a secret for close to a year, and I haven't told nobody. And it's not. I mean, it doesn't catch any more fish, but I'll show you how this works. So.
Well, if we don't catch any more fish, why would I want to
Well,
throw it?
okay. Well, the neat part is I'm using 12-pound line,
Okay.
Johnny
On a
Morris
bait
rod
caster.
and a reel on a bait caster. This is what I won those tournaments at Roosevelt on, right here.
That's what you beat me on?
That's what I beat you on, right here. This exact setup. Now, you know, I'm using 12-pound leader, tied off with a swivel, okay?
Gotcha.
8-pound fluorocarbon, XPS. All right, now, here's the neat part. Got the standard weight that we always use,
Okay.
but I don't know if Darren can see that, but see, it's got a different tie on there. See how it's round?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have the clip that actually cuts the
Right,
line when you get hung up.
Right, and
It's
I'll
got
show
a-
you
it's
the
got a-
reason why. Here's the secret. All right, ready for this? All of you know that when you catch a drop shot fish and you reel that in, it gets all tangled up, and
Yeah.
you're going, oh man, I gotta cut this off and retie and stuff. Not anymore. And I'll show you how I rigged it, but when you catch a fish, look at this. Whoop, it slides right down to the sinker, and that's why I'm tying the sinker on. No more polymer knot, no more tangles, and you can adjust this for different heights. You
Okay,
know?
now,
so
my question is when the fish bites that,
when he bites it, you set the hook.
Does it
and
set?
As
Does it
sets,
set?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
I'm going to use it.
All
I'm going
right.
to use it and show you, because that everyone looks at that, but you put one bobber stopper on first. So now what I got to do is put another bobber stopper on. So I'm using 2 bobber stoppers, and I'm gonna put it just like that. The secret is you've got to tie that on, because
Sure.
when you get a big fish and this thing, and you got the fish on and he slams you down to the sinker, if you have the normal sinker on there with the clasp,
yeah,
it's gonna break off, right?
exactly.
Okay, so if you don't know where to buy these or make these, what you can do is take a little knife, put it in the clasp, open it up and round it. Now you got a round clasp that we normally use.
Okay.
And you can just tie it on there. So the neat thing is, say I want to just fish and the fish are just real close to the bottom. Now wintertime fishing, the fish are pretty close to the bottom. So I don't like to fish any more than 8 inches
Okay.
above the weight. And I'm using a 6-inch worm. But you can see how it holds it straight out there.
Oh yeah.
So let me try to catch one.
Catch
and
one
I'll show you how it
it's
slides down.
My curiosity lies with the fact that when you do get the bite, does the worm slide all the way to the hook?
Yeah.
Or the
always,
weight
always.
Before you set the hook?
Oh no,
or will it actually set the hook with no pressure on it?
Look at this, Johnny. It's hard to slide this down. Pull that down.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So you can actually set that, and then while you're
You're using
winding
a real
it in,
thin
instead
wire
of it
hook.
getting all tangled up, it just slides down.
All right.
So let me find out what depth the fish are on the
Let's
thing.
go,
If
let's
they're
do
a
it,
foot
do
off
it.
or 6 inches.
Let's see what he's got, folks.
Okay, here goes the test. Using the old Morning Dawn chartreuse. So we got to
All right.
see what worm they want, though. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, sure.
we
Play
don't
around
know.
with it a little bit. I already know they want my Robo Westy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there you go. You got one on brown, and I got one on green pumpkin.
Oh,
right?
That's true. And Robo Westy gets it done. Get one? Drop shot bass?
Drop shot bass.
You got one on your drop shot bass?
I got a drop shot bass.
Oh, that's a good
that's a good one.
Oh, he got himself a good drop shot bass.
He's fishing.
Yep, it took it all the way down to the
You
sinker,
know, I'm gonna
too.
have to lip this one because I only got 7-pound test. But watch how if I get him in.
Look at you go, boy. There's that drop shot rig Gary's
Watch this, I'm
talking
gonna
about.
Show how this came down.
All right.
All right, here you go. I know you had a hard time visualizing this.
Yes, I did.
But look there's the sinker, see?
Wow.
And he pulled it right down. So no tanglement, right?
No
Look
tangled.
You just unhook him.
That is
Boy, I've got him right in the
unbelievable.
top
I have
of it.
never seen anything like that with that drop shot rig like that. The Gary shot. That's what we're going to call
yeah. But that's a nice fish.
No, not a bad fish.
That's close to 2 pounds. He's
That's
heavy,
a nice fish.
You know.
Nice
But
fish.
I'll show you this and let me get rid of the bass.
That's what you're talking
That's
about.
what I was talking about. See, and you just put your worm, and your worm always stays on there, all the time. You never lose a worm.
Saves you on the money on that.
Right. So here's the first bobber stopper right
All
here.
right.
There's the other bobber stopper. Grab the bobber stopper on the bottom. I'll have to show the viewers this, and then you just pull that right back up like that. Wham bam, you're ready to fish. No, it never gets tangled. You don't ever have to retie.
Dude, that's unbelievable.
Is that a killer or is it?
Caught him in about 5 feet of water.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
No bite at all. Just, he just picked it up and was just holding it. I like to rig mine to where I just put it on there and I Texas rig
I'm
it. Do you do
impressed.
that or do you?
No,
a lot
I
of guys
Texas
have
rig
the.
it. Yeah, I
you
use
Texas rig like this?
I
Do you?
Texas rig it, yeah.
Because we fish it in trees and
Yeah.
rocks and
Swivel, the whole thing worked out
Yeah.
great for you.
So that's pretty
Well,
cool.
there you
isn't
go,
it?
folks. See, you got a new rig there you can play with. Well, there you have
Well,
it.
we got it.
The drop shot bass, huh? Bartlett's a lot of fun. It's really not noted for big fish. But Gary's found a way to come out here and catch a few of these fish. And you've been pretty successful this last couple of months, So I'll tell you, these things that we're showing you today is what he's been successful on this last month and during the fall. So,
Fall
that's a pretty
fishing
good
is
deal.
good. I mean, we're getting into winter fishing now. In November, it's cold. Like I said, this is Johnny invited me to the show when it was the worst conditions we could actually have. And he probably did. Him and Matt probably did this on purpose, thinking, put him on the show and let's see him wiggle his way out of this one.
You done good.
All right,
I gotta
thank
say,
you.
you done good
See?
today.
All right, I got another secret. A new technique. Watch this.
All right, here we go.
KVD,
We're gonna start calling him the Arizona inventor.
KVD worms.
Okay.
All right, Bass Pro Shot. Look at them stretch. You can use this worm all day long, never lose it. Yeah, it's that 3 times plastic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna thread this on Texas style, like this, and then I'm gonna show you the little trick that I have. You rig it just like that, I got a 1/4 ounce slider.
Gotcha.
But this worm floats so good that I'm gonna put that bobber stopper about 5 inches above the worm so that when this rests on the bottom, it's gonna come out like this and slide straight up like this. You got another one? He does. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ooh, it's a nice
That's
one.
what I'm talking about, son.
Ooh, look at that. Oh,
Little Robo Westy worm
man
fish.
alive. That Robo worm's
Oh, he
doing
ate
good.
it. He ate it. He ate it.
Did he eat? Oh, down. Oh, he
it's
swallowed
down.
it.
It's down in his gullet.
Oh God, I gotta.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, he really ate that. Oh no, it came right
Pulled
out.
right out. Look at that.
Look at that, another one.
Jim, this one's for you.
Yep.
Little Robo Westy bass. That's what I'm talking about.
Not all chuggers are created equal. What makes this chugger different is the fact that it works equally well slow or fast. I've won and caught more fish on this particular topwater than any other topwater I've ever fished. If you've never fished a Rico, you need to try one.
It makes me hungry. I can't stop thinking about this fish. This fish.
There's
Got
one.
him?
I got him.
All right.
Fish on. Got him
On
the
that Texas rig?
Texas rig. Yep. Here he comes.
All right. Well,
Coming in.
man,
Whoa, that's a good one, isn't it?
That's a good one on that Texas rig.
Same trick. Look where my bobber stopper was. So the weight went up like this, and all I was doing is I just
Let it
sitting there,
float up.
just kind of jiggling a little bit and float up, and he took it.
Hey folks, for my tip of the week, or our tip of the week I should say, Gary, explain to folks, if you're getting a lot of line twists with your drop shot, explain to them what to do here.
You know, what I do is I hook this to 12-pound test line. I put a swivel, just a little barrel swivel, and I hook it to the 12, and then I can use any diameter of line I want on the other end of that swivel. So if I'm at like Lake Pleasant, I can switch to 4-pound test or 6. Here I'm using 8 and 10. So, and it keeps your line from not twisting. So if you're not using the swivel and you're drop shotting, you're getting all that line twist, and sometimes you got to change your line. And if you're using fluorocarbon on your whole reel, you just wasted a whole spool of fluorocarbon, and it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
So all you got to do is a little 10-cent swivel, and that'll save all your line and your fluorocarbon line, and
All right.
it works for me.
And that's our tip of the week.
Get him!
Got him.
You got him!
Got him.
Ooh, another good one.
Another Robo Westy
Oh, that's on
bass.
the Robo?
Robo
Oh my God, look at
Westy
that.
bass.
That's a nice one, John.
Yeah, dragging it. That was the ticket. That was
Maybe
the
that's
ticket.
that's what I was doing on mine too. Look at that. That's
All right,
another
come on, buddy.
2-pound fish.
Yeah, that's a nice fish right
That's
there.
a nice
All right.
fish.
And he got that front
Look
hook
at
again,
that.
too.
Yo, he ate the whole thing again, didn't
Sure as heck did.
he? Look at that,
Look at
Robo
that.
fish.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Wow.
It pays to go try some of these new products that are out on the market. He got that good. I got to use your
did.
pliers.
He nailed it.
You know what's cool about doing this kind of fishing too is throwing something like that is something different the fish haven't seen too much of. But yeah, not a bad little fish.
No, it's not. It's a nice little 1.5 to 2 pound.
Yeah.
That was good. Good job. Jeez.
That one was on this Aaron Magic Robo Westy.
Yeah, you have to show him that. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a Robo. Yeah, that's a Robo worm.
It's a Robo
Aaron's Magic.
fat worm, Aaron's Magic, with just Texas rigged. And what's really cool is the way they've got it rigged. It's like a darter head. I really feel like I'm throwing the darter head. I've already got confidence in throwing it because I used to throw the darter head like this, you know. Getting a little bit late. I'll tell you what, Gary, I got to tell you, I can see why you're winning these tournaments on this lake, brother. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'll tell you what, and thanks for sharing those worm techniques with us today.
And I hope they help some of your viewers. They're a little different, but they caught fish. They catch fish, you know.
Tell everybody when they can see you at Bass Pro Shops in Mesa every
second Tuesday
of the month. They have that seminar special that they have.
Free seminar,
Yeah,
and a lot of times we give free gifts away.
Oh, that's awesome.
So-
yeah, that's real awesome. So
Yeah.
definitely catch them there at Bass Pro Shops in Mesa. I'll tell you, we've had a good time. Don't forget, I can't stress it enough, the brand spanking new Robo Westy worm is out on the market. And I'll tell you what, if you can find that guy, you'll probably catch some fish out here at Bartlett Lake on that thing. I can't wait to try it at some of the other lakes.
I used it at Roosevelt and it was good.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll have a lot of fun with that for sure coming up this season. But definitely get out. Just because winter's coming in doesn't mean the fish aren't biting. They still got to eat, folks. We'll see you next week on the show. I'm Johnny Johnson.